All right, probably the biggest news in the NBA, and I'm actually shocked about it. LeBron James signed a 2-year, $85 million extension to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. Agent Rich Paul told ESPN it will take him into the 2022-23 season, giving him 20 years in the NBA. Set He's set to make 39.2 million in 2022-2021, 41 million $180,544 in 2021-22 season, and 44,474,988 in 2022-2023. So the extension replaces his $41 million option from 2021 to 2022 season. And one interesting thing is Ronnie James, LeBron's son, is expected to graduate high school in the year 2023, which is probably hinting at something. The reason why this surprises me so much is because we've been getting all this talk about when's AD going to resign or even if he's going to resign. And I got a notice on my phone saying that Anthony Davis could resign within 12 to 48 hours. And in 12 to 48 hours, bro, it wasn't AD, it was LeBron James.
LeBron
He was
James.
already under contract. Now, don't get me wrong, LeBron James is a great player. In my opinion, one of the greatest players of all time. He's definitely the greatest right now, without a doubt. I'm not going to argue that. But um, it shocked me that they gave him an extension while he was still under contract, opposed to giving AD his extension while AD might be a free agency. So,
Mm. Yeah, yeah, and I was gonna get to that point. Obviously,
right,
congratulations to LeBron. He deserves that. He's the best basketball player in the world right now. But that's the thing I wanted to touch up on is like, the biggest name for the Lakers to re-sign or extend was Anthony Davis. Remember, I said this before. In my opinion, AD came in clutch for the Lakers more than LeBron did for the Lakers in that championship run. I feel like AD was the more clutch player, and and honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Without AD, that team wouldn't have gotten as far as they did. If I'm being completely honest with you, so I'm surprised that. I mean, obviously, LeBron James is another big piece, but I think AD was a bigger piece, was a bigger asset to that puzzle. You know what I mean? I feel like that was the guy they needed. Because remember, when LeBron first signed with the Lakers, AD wasn't on that team. That team wasn't that good. Obviously, they got other players, but Anthony Davis was the biggest one of them all, and that's why I'm surprised that and like you said, that's why I'm surprised they didn't extend Anthony Davis first. Obviously, I know their goal is to keep LeBron James. I mean, that's the goal here. They want to repeat what they already did. And and I read a quote on ESPN saying that LeBron's confident that it can happen again, and it can. I'm not going to say that it won't. I feel like if they keep that same team, that team's going back again. But I think what they need to focus on now is getting Anthony Davis back. Because if Anthony Davis leaves this team, that's going to be a huge blow to the Lakers, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree with what you're saying, to a point. So, what shocked me about this was that I think Anthony Davis getting an extension, I think it was probably more urgent right now than LeBron James, only because
Mm.
he was going into free agency or he might even test it. They don't repeat without Anthony Davis. I absolutely agree with you right there. But the thing I will say is this: when it comes to taking a team, right? Do I have more confidence in LeBron taking his team to an NBA championship, or do I have more confidence in Anthony Davis taking his team to it?
Obviously,
Obviously,
LeBron.
LeBron because he's done it.
All I'm saying is like AD was an asset to
Right,
that uh um that
right.
happened
I
basically.
agree. Which is probably, but that getting to that point I just made, it's probably why they gave LeBron his contract because they want him as long as possible because they know that as long as LeBron James is on their team, they have a chance to
They
be
have a huge shot at going to a
right.
championship.
And LeBron's on any team, that team automatically becomes a finals contender. It's just plain facts. Anthony Davis though goes to a different team as good as he is with the Pelicans. They weren't an NBA Finals contender. You know, they could barely
Yeah,
get out the
right.
first round. Actually, I don't even think they did. I think they got swept by the Warriors. So like, that's the tough part here. I mean, congratulations to LeBron. I was expecting that for them to re-sign Anthony Davis. Do I think Anthony Davis is probably pissed about this? No. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants to play for the Lakers unless the Lakers have LeBron, to be honest with you. So you got that out of the way. I still think that the Lakers will re-sign Anthony Davis,
I think so
but
too.
again, it all depends on what he wants. Does he want money? Will he take less money to stay? You don't win another ring? I don't know, man. he said he'd test free agency, and that's a scary thing for like the Lakers to think about. Because a lot of Lakers, because remember, it's always like this in sports. We never think that they're gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? I never pictured Tom Brady going to the Bucks. I never pictured LeBron James going to the Lakers. I was like, it just doesn't seem realistic, you know? And then when it finally happens, then it hits you. And so,
Nobody expected LeBron, no, LeBron, Michael Jordan to go to was it the Wizards, right?
right,
After he
for
left
old
the
fans,
Bulls, yeah,
yeah, if you want to go to old fans, yeah. But like, the same thing with LeBron going to the Heat, you just never expected it at the time. So with this being said, Laker fans do not expect Anthony Davis to leave. That don't mean it won't happen.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And they got to keep that in their mind that there is a possibility that he could leave. As much as you don't want to believe it, as much as you don't want it to happen, there is a possibility that could happen. And so, with that being said, Lakers fans need to be aware of that. Do I think Anthony Davis will resign? Yes, I do. I don't think he's going to
yeah.
have a better chance anywhere else but in LA with the Lakers, unless he probably goes to like the Clippers, plays as like a power forward or a center or whatever next to Kawhi and Paul George. Unless they decide to do that, that's very far fetched. You know what I'm saying? That's the only shot I think he has. Or if he goes to Boston, but I think his best chance to
On
repeat,
the Boston, I would love that.
talking about him going to Chicago, he's not going to really do a lot. I don't think he's really going to do a lot there, but I think the best chance for him to win is in LA. And I think that's where he'll stay. But good luck
Right.
to Anthony Davis. Again, congratulations to LeBron and his extension. I
Yeah,
look forward someday to see him play against his son in the NBA. That's going to be a real treat for me
that'd be
right
pretty
there.
cool. I would
And
love that. Or maybe even play
yeah,
with
we'll
each
see where
other.
it's good.
Who knows?
Good. Never know.